Merry meet everyone, welcome back to My Pagan Life as always, and of course, welcome back to yet another episode of the Yule Calendar 2020. This is the episode for the 10th of December. Yay! And today, we're discussing the word jingle, or carol, or song, whatever you want to call it. I just feel like the word jingle really suits this time of year. So anyway, I picked this word out because I feel like it's basically mandatory, but in a good way, like, I feel like it... Christmas and Yule isn't the same without music. That's what I'm ultimately trying to say with this episode, guys. I don't know what you guys think, but... oh, who am I kidding? I think this is one of the things that many of us can just agree on, okay? What is a holiday without music? And my general thoughts around this is basically just how, if you really think about it, like, what doesn't sound do for us humans and our impression and experiences of things, you know? If that makes any sense. I feel like, you know, we have all these senses, and we get a lot of sensory information through those senses, and they affect us as human beings in all kinds of ways. But sound, and the information that we get through sound, and everything we get through our ears, it appeals to the depth in us, our deepest instincts and, you know, emotions in such a unique way that the other senses just can't do, if you know what I'm saying. And I feel like every experience is defined by a good sound, a good type of tune, just a good atmosphere. Music and sound creates atmosphere, mood, and just, you know, all that good stuff. I mean, sometimes it's not a good thing, and sometimes it's a sad thing, or an angry thing, or a happy thing, but for Christmas, like, 25% of, or maybe even like 30 or 40% of my Christmas/Yule celebration, or like, holiday feeling is music and sound. So, anyway, those are just my general thoughts. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below whether you agree or not, and just what your general thoughts are. Or in-depth thoughts. Any thoughts, really. I'm not going to spend much time doing this, but I thought I'd talk a little bit about how different countries have different types of music, right? And that's another thing that's interesting about sound music, is that each nation, each culture, each country has its own sound and, you know, traditions when it comes to sound and music, and Norway is no exception. And before I go and talk about that, make sure to leave your favorite songs or carols or jingles or whatever from your country and your culture down in the comments below. It doesn't have to be from your culture even, but what are your favorite tunes and how are they different from one another depending on where they're from, for instance. But here in Norway we have quite a few songs, as most cultures also do, but you have a few mandatory ones that you just can't go without hearing. And then you have a few different kinds that are not as mandatory, but you kind of know they exist. For instance, I'm just gonna try to find an example. One of the most common Christmas songs in Norway is Deilig er jorden. It's literally translated as "good is the earth," I guess you could say. I'm not good at translating on the spot, but it's basically one of those very Christian, very holy songs, if you will, or it has like a holy feel to it. Kind of goes something like this. Deilig er jorden, präktig er Guds himmel, da, 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 da. You know, that kind of song, if you know what I'm saying. And then you have songs like Musevisa, Song of Mice song, mouse song. It's literally a Christmas song that follows a family of mice and their preparations for Christmas, and then their celebration of Christmas and what happens afterwards. And that's kind of like a more like a happy, jolly, amped up song that goes a little something like this. Når nettene blir lange og kulda setter inn, så sier vesle musemor til ungeflokken sin, hvis ingen går i fella, men passer seg for den, for alle sammen snart får feire jul igjen. Heisann og hoppsann og faller allera, om julekvelden da skal alle sammen være glad. Heisann og hoppsann og faller allera, om julekvelden da skal alle sammen være glad. I know that a majority of you probably can't understand the lyrics, but, I'll link all these sounds or songs down below if you want to, listen to them more. I could come up with a bunch of other ones, another favorite that is not technically a very Christmassy song, but it's kind of like a Christmas tradition, is that we have this this Christmas calendar series on TV from back in the 90s or something, that's called The Yule Kalender, and half the story in that Christmas series is just, you're following so-called nisser. It's a very Norwegian concept, it's very hard to explain, but you basically have three characters who are nisser, and who speak a mix of English and Norwegian, and they sing songs, oftentimes where there's a mix of English and Norwegian, and it's jarring. And one of my favorites from that one is called The Støvel Dance, the boot dance, and yeah, I could just go on and talk about my favorite songs, but yeah, make sure to leave your favorite songs down in the comments below. I will link my favorite songs down in the comments below. Make sure that they are Christmas or Yule related or whatever, and I just can't wait to see your suggestions. So anyway, guys, this is a long enough episode, but I cannot wait to hear what you guys think, because this is a very interesting subject, in my opinion. So anyway, have a good one, have a nice time, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode real soon. Alright, blessed be.